Hello, my name is Angela Owens with Phenomenal Business Solutions, and I help businesses streamline their finances, increase their profits, and grow their businesses. So today, what I want to share with you all about is when you get your taxes done, after your professional is finished, they usually have you to review your tax return before they send them off. So sometimes a lot of people get the tax return, they just don't really know exactly what they're looking for on their taxes because they're just trusting the tax professional to do everything. But it's good to actually take the time and review. So today I want to share with you what it is that you need to look at on your tax return when you do your review. So reviewing your taxes will help you to prevent costly errors and penalties. It'll help you ensure all deductions and credits are included, protect yourself from potential audits, and it also helps you stay informed about your financial situation. Another one is that it'll help to make sure that your tax return doesn't get rejected either the first time it gets submitted. So here's the things that you want to make sure that is correct. You want to make sure all names are spelled correctly, all social security numbers are right, and the address is listed correctly with the if it has a directional number, like north, south, east, west, and apartment numbers and everything like that. And I want to just show you here. So this section right here, you want to make sure all of this information is accurate. You want to make sure that your filing status is accurate. And you want to check here for your dependents. Everybody that you are carrying, you want to make sure that they are there. If you're not carrying anyone, you need to make sure this is blank because sometimes stuff happens. And also make sure that the correct box here is checked. Because if you are not able to be claimed as a dependent, then if this is checked off, it's gonna disqualify you from certain credits and stuff like that. And then the W-2 line, so this line 1, you want to make sure that that is the total of all the W-2s that you have. So go back here, and then your deductions and credits, you want to make sure all that's correct, and your banking information. And this is where you'll find the banking information right here. Make sure that the routing number and the account number is correct, and make sure you checked off the right checking or savings. So just double check those things to make sure accuracy. So these are things to look out for. Make sure that there's no missing or incomplete form. Large unexplained changes in income or deductions. So if you know you don't have a business, but then you see, if you see some income on this line, you see money on this line, and you know you didn't have any money outside of your work, that will be a problem. And yeah, so make sure that you pay attention to this first page and that there's no numbers where they shouldn't be, because then that means that somebody made up information. Then you want to check the filing status, like I said, and make sure that all the numbers are correct. So these are some questions that you can ask your tax professional. You can ask them how the deductions and credits were calculated. There are worksheets that are done that helps to calculate your credits and deductions. So they should be able to provide you with that, as well as walk you through all the information on there so that you can understand why the final number came out to be. You should ask if there's any extra schedules that you should review. Sometimes people just look at the 1040, but there's other schedules involved, and you just can go through those as well. And if you notice an error after submission, get with your tax preparer right away. They can do an amendment, but a lot of times they would probably tell you to wait till you receive your refund or after sometime after your taxes have been submitted. And then the documentation that you should keep. Just in general, anything that you reported on your tax return, you should keep the documentation that backs up anything that's on there. And I would like to share some information to make sure that you can check the legitimacy of the person that is preparing your taxes. Your tax professional is required to have a P10 and complete the paid preparer information on your tax return. So if you review your tax return and you notice this section empty right here where it says paid preparer only, they should have their information and they should have a P10 listed here. If it says self-prepared, then they most likely have done your taxes on a free software because their information should be right here. So double check that and make sure that you are with a legal tax professional. It's also illegal for your tax preparer to charge you a percentage of your tax refund. There are some people out there that, do whatever they have to do to help you to get the most refund, even if you don't legally qualify for that refund. And a lot of those people will charge you a percentage of what you get back, and that is illegal. So a good measure would be to check and get an estimate before your taxes are prepared. And that should help you understand what right away, especially if you ask them how much it costs and they tell you it depends on how much you get back. That should not be a matter at all. It is also illegal for your tax preparer to have your refund deposited into their bank account. Even if you are going to have bank products where they take their fee out of your refund, the IRS is still the one that's going to deposit the money into your bank account. So your information should still be on the tax return so that you will get the money directly from the IRS. The IRS will send the tax preparer their share of the money, but your information should be the one on the tax return. And you should also be signing a form 8879. And that will allow your tax professional to file your taxes for you. And if they don't ask you to sign one of these, then they probably are not a professional tax preparer. So final thought is take your time. Rushing can lead to mistakes. Ask questions. Your tax professional is there to help. And save a copy of your tax return in the future. And I hope this information was beneficial for you. It's very important for you to know that you are still responsible for everything that's on your tax return. Even if you are allowing someone to help you, they will get, if you report them, they will get in trouble for, whatever, but you are still responsible for what is on that tax return. And so that's it. It's very important for you to double check everything on there and make sure that it is accurate. For people who work with me, I do all my tax preparation virtually. And the process that I do is I do a meeting, tax preparation consultation, where I make sure that you have all of your documentation and you upload it to the portal. And then I schedule a finalization appointment with you so that we can go through step by step what I have entered into the system. And I also double check things that you might have overlooked so that we can update that as well. So I do it live and I put it on the screen. I share my screen so that you can see exactly everything that I am entering for you. And I have you to double check really every process of the way. And I'm also there to answer questions when something doesn't seem right to you and everything like that. So I would love for you to get on my calendar and schedule your free tax preparation consultation. During that meeting, I will tell you everything that will be needed for you to get your taxes done. And then I'll also help you to upload your information so that we can move forward and schedule our finalization appointment. So that is all that I have for you today. And have a wonderful Tuesday. Thanks. Bye.